school na scam. Hi everyone, welcome back to my show, and today I am here with an important guest. I am here with, what's the name, sir?
Afolabi Samuel.
All right. Samuel is not just my friend. Samuel is a scholar. Yeah, I bet a scholar to talk about some scholar kind of topic. So stop it. I think I'm going to do this better. Samuel is a scholar for excellence. He's actually into the educational line, and yes, he's here to talk to us as the Holy Ghost will give him utterance. So today we are going to be discussing a very important issue: school na scam. School na what? School na scam. Scholar, is school really important?
Actually, school is actually important because if there's no school, the world would have been in useless actually. So school is very, very important in human life. Even as a young person, you must go to school because how I put it, school is not just an institution, not just a place for walls and the likes of that. School is beyond that. School is where is a process where your raw material is being refined to finished products. Because look at school might not be, people will think that oh, school is not when you come to so place where uniform. No, we have school as professional places. We have school as vocational trainings like terrestrial and technical colleges and the likes of that. They are schools. It's not until when you come to the four corners war. So don't say that school, so I'm not going to school. You must be in a particular school. If you are not in school of success, you'll be in school of failure. So definitely. So we have a lot of classes. So like what I would just like to pen down. School is not just a place, it is a process. It's not a mere building made up of concrete or blackboard or whiteboard and every time ring bells. No, school is a divine furnace, like furnace where potential is defined into raw material. Like I've said before, your whatever I put it now, your skill is being furnished, it's being brushed up. Like let me say, well, before I enter school, before I came to last year, I know about computer, but not as this now. How would I put it? I just know that oh, this and that. Like let me just do my thing. But now, what I can do? Why is this happening? It was because at the process of coming to school, a lot of things happened and being refined and being brushed up. A lot of challenges came up. But if I'm at my home, I'm at my comfort zone, nothing will happen now. Anybody that stays at the comfort zone, you can't see them achieving something. You can't stay in your comfort zone and gain something. No, it's not possible. You must step out. That process of stepping out to go and to the training ground is process of you going to school. Do you understand? You must step out. The process of you stepping out, launching out, oh, I want to acquire more knowledge, I want to gain more skill, I want to be able to speak fluently and the likes of that. It is a process in which you are being schooled, you are going to a school or but you see Gen Z now, they want even you going to online school, you see online school, I'm attending an online class, taking online class, you are still acquiring knowledge rather than you staying idle. I beg, see, sit down on wine, you need to stay idle. Sit down on wine, you because an idle man is the devil's workshop. So definitely, even devil say will come and start schooling with you, like start giving you suggestion and start giving you some tips that it is not godly. So definitely must step out and get something. And I've seen things like when someone will tell you that school is a scam, but check the person's life. Check the person's life. You will see that one or two things is happening that the person is not able to function well in the society. Forget money is not everything. Though people like money, we can have money. Yes, money is not everything, but you don't have something else. We checking the world rich men like Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg. You like they drop out from school. Yes, but they enroll in other schools. They dropped out from, let's say, four corners of the school, maybe Oxford University or one Harvard University. They dropped out, but they don't drop out from the reality of like the school of reality. They're like, oh, which problem am I to solve? and they create up their own school by themselves. That in which they enroll other people. The owner of Google, I think the owner of Google has his own academy. That way you see, you have to even create a classroom because you see a need that people have to go to school. Have to create. So Coursera now is an online school in which after you've gone through, you have your certificate. It's still a means of it that, oh, you are so lazy, you don't want to step out of your comfort zone. You will learn from home. So school is not a scam. These people have something upstairs, and you can't say the most coming out and tell you that education is a scam. School is a scam. No, they won't say that because he himself looking for something, someone that has something upstairs. You can't stay in your comfort zone and tell me that you have something upstairs. When you go to technical colleges, I've been to site and the guy might not be able to speak fluently like correct English, but in terms of something upstairs, creating bringing idea to reality in terms of building, it's work because of what he has gone to a technical college. Technical college is a school, and then you when they are thinking that, oh, I have like six six by six no 60 by 60 land. Okay, I want to put a 3 bedroom land. You will not be you won't be stagnant like, oh, I've done this thing somewhere, I've done something. Or can we say a caterer, a tailor? That's what they call fashion designing. Like they've actually gone to one place or the other. So school is not, see, because we are talking from limited knowledge. Our limited knowledge, that is that, oh, it's only people that go to school, so school, university, that's come. No, it's beyond that. So I'm trying to portray now that school is not only when you come to university or when you go to polytechnic. There are also other schools in which you can attend. So don't limit yourself that, oh, I've seen people that they don't come to this thing. They don't go to so-called university. They went to fashion school. They went to catering school and they're doing well. They teach them how to read, how to write, how to do some certain things, how to communicate. So you see, like we can't whine life, like we can't just be dodging life because even so-called adult education, what are they trying to do? They're trying to enroll themselves in school. I can't be a nuisance, I can't be an entity. Even in the Bible, we have our template there. Daniel was enrolled in a school. That was where he was able to get refined, able to structure himself, ability to get his purpose, understand his consecrations and the likes of that, make new friends and make network, which brought him before the king. So, oh, I even I'm carried as captive. No, don't take me to the palace. So, no, no, don't do this, don't do that. All those kind of things now. It is just, how do I put it now? It's not working towards progress. It's not working towards to achieve something. It doesn't have plan. Like one of my customers, you don't have plans. So even though now those people coming to school that, so because I know some students, they will still come and tell you, people that are in school, in this university now, they come and tell that Alaye, school na stay scam. Why will I see? Why they see that? They don't have plans. Their first sight is so short. They don't have long sight. They don't have long sight. I've seen people that graduate from school that within 6 months they're out of the country. Someone that from BSc to PhD. So those kind of things, those kind of scenario does not future. Even Jesus, I'm reading from Luke chapter 2:52.
Okay.
Says Jesus increased in wisdom, in stature, and in favor with God and and man. So these are before public ministry began. The growth was not mystical, it was intentional. Even Jesus, the Son of God, passed through a form of learning, both divine and domestic. Do you understand now? So school matters because it shapes the future. We are not talking about just today. No, future. And your future begins now. So you're coming to school does not say, oh, scam. No. Don't have that mentality. I said one thing that comes to us now is that when you think of something too much, it comes to reality. That's one thing I've observed. When you think, oh, school is scam, you are confessing something. That means actually school will be scam to the person, no matter what. The person cannot dodge it because as the mouth thinketh, as the heart thinketh, so is he. And out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. So out of everything that he has been saying, everything I've been saying, that's his identity. He took it by himself that was school scam. So there's no matter of what I want to tell him, you will say that school scam and you won't be able to move forward. So school is where Faith is tested in the face of pressure. Values are challenged in the crown of conformities.
But before we actually continue, while we were talking, and yeah, I actually know this thing before, but at the same time, he actually rang again, and that's very, very true. School, I mean, school is not how will I put it? It's not based on. I mean, it's not just limited to the four walls of a classroom.
Yeah.
Basically, school is not limited to the four walls of that. I mean, I remember I've taught on. I mean, I spoke at a particular at events sometimes I think 2 or 3 years ago, and I was talking about alternate certification courses, and I spoke about Coursera, I spoke about Udemy, I spoke about other online schools that we can get certificate, and the certificate will help us, and that's to show how important that we really have to learn something, because this world out there, I mean the world that we find ourselves now is a knowledge. Is it, how will I put it? Everybody's seeking someone that knows something. If you don't have something to offer, like if you don't know something, rather, they will see you as like you don't belong.
Yes,
Definitely,
exactly.
like you don't belong. So everybody, like, okay, that they always say this thing that because I have a friend that once told me that, look at this, like what you say, this Elon Musk and the likes, they didn't go to school and the likes. Okay, yeah, they didn't go to school, they're successful, quite all right. But you know, I mean, all these successful people, after they've got to a particular level of their life, they enroll in
Yes.
some school, in a particular school
Yeah.
to gain more knowledge. It might not even be general knowledge, but more about what they are doing,
Okay.
more about what they are doing. And you see, these same people are the same people that employs graduates. The same way they are saying that they don't go to school. If you don't go to school, they will not employ you in their place of work. If I even look for the best, they look for the best. They look for those in some company. They say they are this one with
2-1 first class.
2-1 first class, this one with so years experience and the likes. Because they need people that. So another thing is that I think another thing is that a lot of people they believe that school is only to me. I don't think that in school we only learn academics, we learn other things, we learn how to communicate with your peers, we learn how to network. I mean, that's where you meet people.
Yes.
If I didn't come
I'm
to
still
this
coming to
school,
that self.
if I didn't come to this school, I would have not met you. So, so there are other things. It makes you street. There's schools that, I mean, when you come to that school, you become street smart. like this school that I am. I used
We
to-
learn
I
by
used-
force.
I used to be a botty, but now I beg. All right, so let's
So
continue.
pertaining to school is not a scam, and because you are seeing a scam because like I said before, you are talking from a limited knowledge. So because in school you will learn management. That's sure. You will learn management. So if you can handle your resources by yourself, like very, very well, what will you take you to handle people's own? And you can actually take a course on management. Like I just feel by myself like anytime I go on break, I don't want to stay idle. What will I do? I'll pick up some courses online. I think I'm just saying I pick all this online, like when I post my certificate on LinkedIn, people like, wow, congratulations. Like I'm even tired of posting some of my certificate on LinkedIn because it's just so exhausting, like posting certificate out of the take courses on Python, take courses on a lot of courses online. Somehow I'll just even the one like I'll just be like this one is related to my part, like I'll still go into videography, let me take courses on drone. And like the new me at home, like anytime I'm doing something, just leave me there. Okay, once you're done, come over. I'm learning. I study mathematics does not mean that I should be just be constrained to the world of mathematics. No, I have to explore. And me exploring, I'm going to some certain schools online which I cannot go there physical. So also you will learn communication skill because you deal with lecturers. Yeah, sure. And you do, if you're not in interaction, you deal with your facilitators wherever you are, deal with your host and the likes of that wherever you are, and you're able to communicate. You just be mute when someone cheats you. No, you'll be able to express some certain things. Okay, like last night we have one boss called LIDC. Maybe when LIDC give you some breakfast or my venture it was not breakfast, it was a dinner or lunch. You won't just keep mute. You just have to voice out into your classmate, which you have. You can't just suffer in silence. So communication, you learn it, and when you're able to communicate very well, you can able to go for public speaking, interact with people, talk to some certain people. Okay, your prof is talking, you know manner of approach. And manner of the way you comport yourself in front of them, give them some sense and like, oh, this person knows what he's doing. Or like just rush. Because I've met some certain people like, oh, I love the way you talk. I've also someone like, oh, I love the way you talk, the way you carry yourself. All these things are not there by default. It was matter of school. So some certain things are not there by default. It's matter of the training. So training is also schooling. So it shapes you. The matter of time management is also there, which we'll talk
I
about
mean,
later.
I know there are some. I know a lot of people that they've come to school. They used to be very shy. They used to be very. They don't. They're not this talk vibes kind of people. But they came to school. They learned these things, and now they are like very good public speakers. You see them on. So you see some of them on your flyers and everything. If you ask them when did all this start, they'll tell you it's started in school. So school is a place that it refines what you have. It brings out what you have. Some people know they know that they don't know that there's some things embedded in them. School brings it out. Like me now, I used to be very, very shy. I used to be very, very shy. But I'm not more shy again. I'm not even shy again. Yeah. I wanted to say I'm not as shy as I used to be, but I'm not shy anymore. You know, you don't have to say that. I'm not shy anymore. So I mean, there are other things that I've learned in school that I would have not learned if I didn't come to school. Not even only academics. There are other things there are other things that I've learned. There's other connections that I've made. There are networks that I've made. Network connections, same thing. There are places that I have been to that I've been able to enter that a normal secondary school sat holder would have not entered, or an illiterate would have not entered. You get. So when you go to school, when you in fact when you are just continue.
Let me portray something. I have one of my classmates, she's into leather works, and she wasn't a leather person before. She does sewing, she sew clothes and like so that. But doing a particular course in 300 of that in 8302, in which we pick it, this girl was able to refurbish her skill. Now she's making thousands. Like she's on, like she, the way she packaged herself. Why? If she had just stayed home, I'll be at home. I'll just be doing this, I'll be doing that. I don't want to take this course. No. She would just have been so constrained to that particular place. She would have been stagnant in knowledge. She would think that's the end of the world. But knowing that, she has not started.
I actually think that the more reason why a lot of young people say school na scam is because the educational system has failed a lot. You see a lot of people.
That's on that we see on that topic entirely because don't let me see it because I really want to prepare an article on this because or a write up on this education has failed, but that does not mean you yourself should fail. If this, I think education as a function, like a function that anybody that enters produces, but you cannot actually alter that function. You can alter that system by being unique. Oh, education has failed, but you can do something to balance. Education has failed, education has failed, education has failed. Nigeria is failing, but no, you can stand out. You can stand out. You must not follow the crowd. I was going through Twitter for one particular day and I saw a skit online, and the skit was talking about was a picture of about 99 sheep and one sheep standing out black. I was like, it's the sheep look as if it's right because it's not following the majority, like standing out in a kind of way that, oh, I'm not supposed to be here. But it's not like people like just like how it's that everybody is doing one particular thing. That does not mean you should do it. So, but everybody saying school is scam. That does not mean you should agree with that school of thought. I'm sure it's one person that just woke up one day that school is scam, and it was because of this kind of trend that you can make money online without working. Let me say cyber crimes.
Actually, another thing that another reason why they said school is scam is because of people that actually eventually went to school,
I didn't get
came out with a first class, collected all their words that they could in school, and yet their certificate could not earn them a proper job that could put food on their table. So I think that's like another reason why some people come up with a school now scam, school of thought.
So,
But let's speak, school is actually a scam.
yeah, we are not supposed to subscribe to that thought. Don't subscribe to that thought. It's not advisable. If you subscribe to that thought, please, I will beg you to unsubscribe to that thought. Unsubscribe to it. Don't subscribe to something that will not make you grow. Please, it is not healthy.
Like that thing, school na scam has made a lot of people perform woefully in school.
Exactly.
Because when they are in school, they're supposed to like be so zealous and everything, and like, oh, school has come. Because they've heard that school has come. They don't have put all their energy, all their effort into becoming the best in school. Then they'll be like, after all, it's not like I see when I get up and get the job, that kind of stuff. And a lot that has actually made a lot of people to water down on, or to just be less passionate about their academics. So we really have to unsubscribe, as he has said, unsubscribe from that school of thought. Go to school, you're not only going to learn what the academic aspect of it, you're also going to school to learn every other aspect, life and everything. So now we're going to be moving to the next. How can I cope with stress at school?
I'll take you breathing. Hey God. See, stress is everywhere. Even like I do say that even sleeping is workout sometimes. When you sleep you work. But sleep is a verb and verb is an action word. So sleep is like stress is something
Is it inevitable?
can't run away from it.
Exactly.
Like everybody's you see, in this point you think Nigeria is stress. But
Nigeria. True.
so but you can actually cope. You can actually handle stress. Like you can handle it. Something you can don't let anything you are the owner of your life. So you first of all you have to manage your time. So stress is you. I mean you argue down.
No,
Sure,
no,
stress is you.
it's not
So
given.
everyone goes through stress at one point in time. Those who are working, students are not left out, and parents are not left out. Even people that are how would I put it? People that are jobless, they go through stress because to make money is hard. Like that film that was trending, I think sure, that is expensive.
I've never even watched it. I don't
because
usually watch.
because because to handle stress, it really takes God's grace. Let's put God factor there. Because even at some point in time, Jesus Christ was stressed out. He had to sleep in the boat. Do you remember? So it is we as human we have to go through. We are not angels. We are not even machine at some point in time. It's going to stress you.
They'll
Your phone
break
has to
down.
you will break down. Your phone will say, no,
And pack
battery
up.
short. So like stress is not weakness. Do you agree with that?
Yep. Yeah.
Stress is not a weakness. But how do you now cope? How do you cope? You have to make a routine. Thing that I learned this thing from my prof. I'm not sure his name. And anytime I get to his office, we're like, this I thought I want to do 16 things today in school, I want to do 20 things. So anything that just comes with that, you not attend to it because he's not prepared for that task.
So he has like planned his day
Yes,
ahead.
plan is there. So when you have planning, this heavy duty work, I want to go through this rigorous work today. No, it will move to tomorrow. Okay, this is not procrastination, it is planning.
And balancing.
Yeah, but procrastination is different. Procrastination is like I'm supposed to do something now. Because of your sluggishness, you want to be at comfort, start shifting. No. Planning is okay because of so reason. I'm moving this. Okay, this one that is supposed to be here. It's not that you are staying idle at that point in time. So like now I'm supposed to have a lecture and I know that my lecture is 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's very stressful. That does not mean that when I'm not coming to school in the morning, I'll not start trekking. It's not ideal. Take something that will take a transport and after when I'm done, maybe I'll relax. Doing that my relaxation, I'm doing something. I'm not just idle. I'm doing one or two things. And when I'm supposed to sleep, I'm going to sleep. And why people say that stress is because their screen time is taking time. Because when they're supposed to be resting actually from all the whole work, that's when you see them back. TikTok. TikTok. So coping with stress in schools, first and foremost, you have to maintain your routine. I sleep by 10. I sleep by 10 o'clock. Wake up by 6 a.m. That's it. Then anything that will make me go extra mile, hey, again,
You run away.
you run away. So yeah, and you want to deal with stress, don't like people say I can do a lot of things. If you cannot handle things, please.
Exactly. Not everybody has the ability to
Like
multitask.
exactly like now, I'm this German machine. You see me in politics, fellowship, you see me there. In school, you see me there. I'm the HOC. I'm the one collecting money. I'm this, I'm that. I collect everything. At the end of it, you're not telling me that I should not be tired
You'll be tired, very, very
because
tired.
they're demanding. So it's better for me to just stay low key. Okay, I can handle my academics, and I may not be able to handle fellowship very well because of time, evening. Okay, I will handle church service. That means I'll be going to church regularly, weekly program. It's just Wednesday, I will go to, and it's not a crime. Then I should not be committed. Hey, oh, this fellowship don't even understand me today. Oh, I will be going to fellowship 2 to 4, Monday, Tuesday. I will not be able to read my book. I'm tired though. I'm just going to, you now break down at the end of the day because of what? You did not apply sense. You did not apply intelligence. And I think this one of the book of the preacher was talking about there's time for everything. That's Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1.
Yes.
So because he understands that, oh, if I model up everything, everything is modeled up, I won't get my results. I'll come back, come down, I'm tired, I'm tired. There is time. I think in first or second chronicle, he was talking about the sons of Issachar have the understanding of time. Time they can't just rush
Time
out.
and seasons.
You
Yeah.
can't just rush out. You can't just move out and move go your own. No, if you rush out, you bounce back because of what? The bounce back might be tiredness, stress that we are talking about, weakness and the likes of that. That you are very very weak. You unable unproductivity because you're not able to produce some certain thing because of what you're unable to cope well with. So how do you do this? You can, like most of us, we carry our phone everywhere and then, isn't it? We can just set Google Calendar. There's a way. Thank God we're in the world of AI now. To stress of right setting everything, you can just tell ChatGPT, help me compile everything on Excel or CSV. Then upload the CSV on your Google Calendar. It plans your day. Like it comes, everything is set. It's just matter of you scaling up yourself. So, and also toxic friends, stay away from them. Friends that are toxic, that will stress you psychologically. At some point in time, I was just resting one day. I was like, let me just even put up a survey on one of my group and check how far they are doing. And the output was weird. Like people are going through mental stress, like people are stressing them. So what should you do? Will you still stay there? No. Because if you stay there, it will affect your academics, it will affect your life, it will affect your growth. So stay away from something that will stress you. Stress is something you can manage. And there are some stresses that you have to just flee. And he said a stitch in time
A stitch in time saves nine.
stitch in time saves nine. Once you do your thing on time, you won't be going through. Okay, I have scenes of registration. When you go to registration, maybe for your NIN, or let me say
It's a school registration now.
school registration, instead of you to do it on time, memo came out, well, for your maybe departmental clearance or pay so money. Most of people not do it though.
Close to the deadline.
Close to deadline.
I
That they'll not start saying that starts stressing them. School is stressing them. But instead of you to do what you want to do on time, you will not do it on time. You will not start stressing. Like a picture just occurred to me now that assignment, they give us assignment, the assignment was back to back. The assignment dropped on Monday and immediately because I posted the assignment. So the assignment the lecturer was even like, do the assignment during my period. I'm not coming to class. So I was class. You did that, most people did not do it. So now the deadline, 30 minutes there. That's what stressed me today. I'm tired. Why have you cemetery? You're like, you
Those some people they claim that they actually claim that they can actually work on pressure, be under pressure. Be like,
Yeah.
I can work under pressure, I can do something like
let's leave them for the stress. I think stress is like a cane that that discipline those who are not disciplined. Because when they start, okay, you have to submit registration form. You have to, I think there was one document they asked us to submit on one particular time like this, and people took it for granted. They didn't submit. So when anything happens, they now think that you have, or medical, yes, I remember medical clearance that they will schedule students. You don't need to go on time. They schedule you on, let's say 27th of June 2025. Instead of it to go, like, I'll go about that time. forget it, you go through the stress in 400 level because of what you don't manage it. So when the time comes, it will handle you. The way it will handle you. So there are some certain things that you're supposed to have done at some certain time that it should have relieve the degree of the stress. Maybe by 50 or 40%. It will not make you it will not be so hard on you. Though you may be stressed, but it will not be that hard on you.
So basically,
Well,
it just means that
stress can be relieved, can be very hard. Like there are degrees than this is just like bank. You have to do something at bank now. Maybe before you receive your new job money, you cannot be. I upgraded my account when I was like when I entered ASU and I say a branch. I just want to let me upgrade my accounts. That was just upgrade. Then when I receive huge amount of money, I'm not going to task it that I don't want this money. This money is for so certain purpose. I've actually got some unnecessary stress.
so it just means that there are things that you have to do on time,
Yes.
just so that you will not go to distress later. So it means that, like what you said earlier, it means that you have to like plan.
Yeah.
You have to plan very well. If you want to cut stress or manage stress, you have to be someone that plans your day, that you plan your day ahead before the next day. You can use Google Calendar, there's Microsoft To Do. There are other apps that can actually help you to give you reminders and the likes. So you plan your day ahead. Don't prioritize sleeping as well.
Yes, sleep well.
Yeah, prioritizing sleeping, planning day, not procrastinating, and basically, I think
Yeah, I just want to buttress on people like what of students working and going to school. I have one of my friends that does night shifts. Like during the day you'll be in school. Those one I can understand their pain when you talk about stress. I'm stressed out. That because during the day you'll be in school.
at night is
At
work.
night
Is at work.
work. So those kind of people, I think what they need is God's grace. Because to match
It
to
is the
match
strength of the Holy Ghost.
but also they can see I have people that they see corporal. Okay, during that time in school, after everything, they don't walk around. You see some people that are popular jingle, they walk
They are everywhere.
So that kind of person cannot become and tell that I'm tired. No, that's why you say you yourself know they are still going to work in the night, they are still stressing yourself. So when they are in school, after lecture, they go back to work. When they go back to work, they rest before the night shift begins at 5.
It's just balancing.
They
And
balance.
everything is just
So you
balancing.
put everything on equilibrium that okay, and unnecessary things are taken out.
Okay.
So that's it.
So that's it. So you just have to balance well, balance very, very well. Now the next thing we're going to talk about is how do I get along with teachers and lecturers? No, I heard you say something like one of my prof went to his office. So now give us your secrets as a scholar.
Pardon. So actually concerning that, I learned over the time. Ideas were just popping in and like which one should I pick first? Which one should I pick first? School is a training ground. It's a process in which we are made. I think why there are different ways. I saw a kid, let me start from a kid. A kid that I saw like 100 episodes the lecturer just walk past. I think it was just in this kid's like the lecturer, the girl walk past the lecturer, 200 level just walk. But 300 level starts seeing some sense of respect, like just start bending down. 400 level, she knelt down.
Okay.
Why is that thing happening? Because of something is actually
They know how important.
they know 400 level is actually something is there. I must be very serious with my life. So, because who knows who will be your supervisor? So that is another case like something I might later meet this person in future. Let me just ask them. So you have to comport yourself, have to be diligent. And I think one thing that has actually helped me is that favor. It surrounds me like a shield. So because the lecturer I actually talked to is actually told them his name is a social strict principled man. Any mistake you are being sent out. So and when he's pissed off or when he's talking to you, the answer is don't say sorry. And this is like an human because that anytime you say sorry, it's like you're adding fuel.
I know someone like that. Actually.
So you don't say sorry. So imagine that kind of scenario now. That is kind of place I found myself that when you're friends. So that makes me so disciplined. Like, I have to think twice if I talk. If I have to think twice. Like how do you cope with this man? Like You don't understand, please. Remember, my
Basically,
friend.
I think the reason why a lot of people are not coping well with their lecturers and teachers because they have bad character. Yes, I said you have bad character.
You there, you have bad character because
Because you see some people, you someone is calling you did not greet the person. You do not you are even like there's a particular video I watched. This lady in one university that slapped a lecturer.
oh, that's
That
bad.
she was making a TikTok
Okay, that
video.
video that
I
went
forgot in
viral then.
school. She was making a TikTok video and then lecturer passed and they slapped her. She slapped a lecturer. Hey, 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 person if score you zero. So some people
LIS is watching you. Stay there.
some people actually have bad character, sincerely speaking. Like they don't respect they're not respectful, they don't greet and they are not even so basically I think you just have to like very be of a good behavior if you are going to be that's even one I think that's one thing that attracts favor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean when you have to be of a good then that thing attracts favor within you, then you find favor between those lecturers,
Yeah.
basically. So you have to be of a good behavior.
And also, one thing that brings you before is your diligence, your excellence. When you're excellent in what you do, it brings you to not even only lecturer, to some certain set of people that you will not have been able to approach on normal ground. I remember one of the course and like, oh God, because people made me money, got me money and kind of influence because I was able to handle some particular software um, for the students on behalf of the students, and that made me able to access the lecturer in charge. I was like, oh wow, I was able to talk to the man and able to gain some certain respect because why? And this happened because I went to a particular school at a
To
point in time.
learn
That part I went to the school to go and learn Excel. So at the point I was learning the Excel, I felt very stupid. I was just imagining two things together. I was even training one person, my host tell me, okay, you do this. Know that the school that we both of us are attending is actually for me to level up to meet some certain because at that point in time, if I had not learned that thing, I wouldn't be able to access that man. And some I would not have been able to come here now and see that I learned so thing and this thing has brought me. So learning that particular thing at that point in time is not a scam. Hope I'm able to portray that first point that skill is coming. So that Excel that I learned that time brought me to this lecturer and do about 500 student names and
so yeah. So
and juggle about figures like huge figures. So their life depends on me at that point in time.
I think the excellence actually. Excellent. You
Excellent.
have to be
So
excellent.
and I've seen scenario that student was actually intellectual that they were able to people were able to come to her, troop to her because of what? Because of the way she carries herself in terms of intelligence. So she's very intellectual. She's a first class student.
I think to add to that, I also say that be morally upright. I
Yeah.
know some people say that it's not every kind of lecture you can actually relate to. Someone just wants to like take advantage of you. I see some people saying that I can't get close to him because if I get close to him, I might start to ask for sex and the likes. Well, my what I'll just say as a co-feeling is that there are some times that you do not have to. What happens to some cases that some ladies, some, not all, there are some that the lecturers are the ones that usually try to like flaunt themselves on the lights, while there are some that ladies are always the one doing
all around him.
all around too much on the lights. So in this case, I know if the lecturer is someone that you don't really trust with you're not really comfortable being around, probably because he's someone that will probably take advantage of you. What you're just to do at that point, or what you're just to do to that kind of person, that you just and good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, ma'am. You don't have to be going to their offices or something. Let them see you and see that. Let them see you and see Christ. You know, there's a particular lecturer that he was trying to like. But because I think he already studied me and saw the way I live my life, and then he saw that I was a different girl entirely. He started calling me pastor. I not asked him to come. I'm not even a pastor.
Pastor! When that one, I don't know, I'll inaugurate that very soon. Like, you'll be coming of God.
So he started calling me pastor. Why? It's not because I was putting on skirt or true or because I was putting on scarf or nothing. It's just because it's all my lifestyle. It's all the way I live my life. So you have to live your life in a way that is also pleasing to God. There's a kind of people that they can show advances and because of the way they are dressed, because of the way they behave. Let them see you and see that you are not someone they can just flirt around it. Do you understand? So let them see you as someone that you are. Let them see you as different. Let them see this light upon your life. You know that this one, she's not someone. She's not that kind of girl I can actually flirt around with. So relate with those kind of people on a normal good afternoon, sir, good afternoon, ma. You don't have to be too nice to them. Some people, because of they're trying to be too nice so that they can receive extra mark and the like. You don't have to push yourself on lecturers. Many of these they sit and they like way more they're not being taken advantage of you. You don't have to push yourself too much on lecturers. Just be on your limit and if you have something to do with them, I mean, let your morals speak for you and those kind of things. So that's just it's basically that's just it basically.
Pardon me, like Mama here is with my host here is facing some crucial matters because I'm seeing Joseph picture in the Bible. Joseph was an intelligent man, like though he was a slave, but his skill brought him before Potiphar himself. Because I think like let me say the slave only great. People going out to on the field, those that used to be on the field, those that used to be in compound, those that used to work in the house, like stage by stage, just like the Yoruba movie, the way they picture sleep, some people will be in the courtyard, someone will be in the kitchen, all those Korean movies, all those the way they set their sleep.
Don't watch
And
Korean movies.
I'm just using that as an example. So those the way they categorize sleep. I think Joseph had to move from one stage to another because of the way he carried himself, the way he's disciplined, the way what I was like, who is in charge of that place? Oh, it's Joseph. Okay, Joseph, you leave that place now, come to so place now, you'll be in charge. Okay, like that. Joseph was increasing, he was progressing, he was moving on, he was not just there once he got to Potiphar's house, like his real home. But like Potiphar saw how he handled everything, he seen, he was like, wow, I'm making head of everything here. What happened? Temptation come. That sister Potiphar's wife. I don't know her name because I don't even know that.
That's just that.
That sister. So this sister saw the shine light. Let's say the sister like a lecturer to Joseph, like because of you move from 100 level, 200 level, 300, 400 level. It's still like, wow, who is this guy? Because of that, want to get hold of you. What did the Bible say? Flee, chakpa, salo. I think this was a picture like chakpa.
So if your lecturer is moving mad, I beg,
Chakpa.
flee.
Don't stay there because
Appearances of evil. It does not even have to. You don't have,
away
you
from
don't
that
even have
place.
to confirm it if it is evil. As long as they're looking like evil.
Yes, there's something just you pray. This time around,
Flee.
when you start praying, first run.
No.
And running is an action that it cannot be denied. So sometimes you're running might want to take off your shirt. I don't want to go there. So sometimes you're running might take off your shirt. Shirt does not mean your physical clothes may want to take you like having zero on some particular course. So so sometimes the shirts might be harassment during the class, get out of my class for no reason, like that. So some shirts might be like that boy, they will just start placing eye on you and like want to make you feel isolated or want to start traumatizing you. That might be some shirts that might want to be taken off from you from that sister because you run away from her. But still yet, you know when Joseph running from Potiphar, you were landed in the prison, so sometimes you might go through some stress, but don't be afraid. Even that prison itself, you will be the Lord. And from that prison, you move to what? Palace. You need to make you what? A prime minister, a leader, who that someone can look up to at any point in time, like, oh, how do you cope with social lecture when you're in school? When you're able to figure out something when you're ever in school, like you'll be like, oh wow, God just helped me, and you'll be able to be an example. Because if Joseph had failed at that point in time, we would not have even talked about Joseph. And don't let us forget that the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, and he controls like a what? The flowing streams of water. So that means your lecturer can be committed into God's hand, into a system, into a dimension of God. That, oh God, so lecturer, oh this lecturer, God, so you can pray. I pray for my lecturer sometimes. Sometimes it's out and do. Sometimes I'm very like time like pray for all my classmates, pray for everybody. Like it's not that you don't want, you just want it that because anything that happens to them will also touches
I
you.
remember there's a particular lecturer in my department. Everybody say like, this woman, this, that, blah, blah, and the likes. I was always saying it that, this woman is this one is that. Something now happened. The Holy Ghost now brought it to my consciousness. I was like, you need to stop saying this about these lecturers because without this woman, you cannot leave this school. That's just the truth. And I have to start confessing that okay, this woman is nice. Even though I don't really know her, like this one has said at me before. I said, this one is nice, she's loving, she's this. Guess what? She's not my supervisor. And I just thank God that I actually obeyed, and everything is working in life for my good actually. So
Hallelujah. Pastor is giving testimony. Okay.
I'm not a pastor. But I mean, if everybody is saying that this social lecturer is this, is that, you don't have to join them to say that. You do not have to be a part of those words, because you say, you confess it, you become so, such that when you encounter that same lecturer, whatever you have been saying will affect you. You said the person is not nice, the person is this, the person will not be nice to you. The person is wicked, the person does not give mark, the person will not give you mark. So that is just that.
My roommates always buttress this in my heart and make sure that it ties with my sense and everything. School, it is not a place you just come to casual. You come there casual, you become a casualty. So you just have to carry yourself.
If you come there casually, you become a casualty.
So
Jamie.
you just have to come there with the presence of God. Like just carry God. Like one of the book I was still trying to pen down, like just have to put God factor. Like you just have to carry God. You are moving to class with God. So I'll be in your place within me. I'll be praying God.
You don't do school casually. Everyone at my 100 level, they always ringing this in my head. Only nothing like entering school. University is a word on its own. University is all kind of atmosphere. You get to a class, you don't know the territorial powers and the likes. So many things that I was told. This is actually very true, very very true, and I can begin to talk about them, but that's not the purpose of this video. But the only thing I'll just say is that do not do school casually. In as much as you're here to learn, you are here to make sure that while you are in school, you're praying, you are
Very branded.
see, there was a particular video I watched from Pastor Lawrence, and then he was saying that I think when he was in his school, he said it was always like praying over the halls, and like because he's in a particular lecture, or there will be no witchcraft activity there, there will be no this and that activity there. And then it was like you get to his hall and lay, I covered Kuti all or something. Is it I cover Kuti all? I think he just says that I cover Kuti all or something, as long as I'm here. I don't know. I've forgotten like the way he said it. But what he meant was that because he's in that particular hall, it stops every operation of darkness in that hall. And it is usually so. He said when he first did it, he got feedback. They came to come and meet him, attack him and the likes. But he kept on doing it. And you actually have to, you really have to like take your territory in school. There are a lot of things flying around in school. You don't know who is who, you don't know who you're working with, you don't know some of your lecturers. Many of these lecturers, like you have to be very, very prayerful. Some of them. We're not talking about that now. So I think that will lead us to our next thing. That is, how do I really need to share my faith in school, and how do I not compromise my standards?
You have to share your faith in school because I run a group, a WhatsApp group, and there are 1,000 there. Sometimes I'll put something there, and the response I will get, it might be from question about school and stuff like that, how to make payment. And but eventually be my status. I've seen people that make friends with me because I'm a Christian. Not just a Christian, I pray, I go to church,
You share your faith.
I share my faith. So that kind of scene now, she came at that point, she was an aspirant then. Now she's a 100 level student. She said she has monitored me. Like she has been monitoring me. Like you don't know that someone that is monitoring you, like she has been monitoring you that I post Christian thing. Now she was coming now that whether I would deny the fact that I'm a Christian or I'm just posting. So people post schools
Happy Sunday. Go to church today and
yes, and the life that does not define anything. That reminds me of something. I think we once discussed about it one particular time, maybe I don't know. Like people will post Happy Sunday. The next minute was what? The next minute will be what? One secular song and like dancing to viral videos and like, and I'm like, do you want to call you really be some people sometimes I try to preach teach like culture, like I can just come if I see you are acting as if you are a so-called Christian. I'll just come to you like you are in the same shoe, like I'll talk to you like based on who you are, and later I'll start paying out some things like this thing you are doing is actually wrong. Actually wrong. There are some times that me and my classmate will talk, and so but like one thing that ginger me most that can make me talk for hours, like
It's about gospel.
about the gospel. Like I don't need to carry anything and start looking for words. No. Sometimes I see that most of my words are unscripted. I don't script down. Like I don't script down because you have to be a light wherever you get to. You're a light. You are light. You are,
A city set on a hill that cannot be hidden.
exactly. So you are immole. So you have to awake that light. You have to awake that consciousness wherever you
Shine the light.
and shine it. I don't that's actually became a body in my heart at the point in time that I just have to pray it out with everybody, and like you can't just say you're a light and you refuse to shine. You are just causing confusion. Why will you become a light and you refuse to shine? Because you arise, shine, for light and morning, glory of the Lord is visiting upon you. Because there's a need for you to arise, and when you are rising, you are shining. If I should put up a survey now, like how many of you can carry your Bible, not your phone Bible, and walk around the school? That is another good people.
Remember before, I didn't like it when I was being called Mommy Gio, Mommy Gio, Mommy
Tell me, I was
Gio.
calling you Mommy Gio now.
I'm not Mommy Gio. Let's call Mommy Gio before. And then I was like, okay. I don't, it's not like I see what I used to wear. I don't dress like all these deeper life ladies. I put on my earrings, I do my necklaces and everything.
Doctrine is there, man.
So I didn't like it. I actually feel bad whenever they called me Mom Gio. And then Julie goes sat me down and I was like, do you want them to call you a baddie? You like me? You like you? They call you a baddie. They call you something else that you are not. Then why are you ashamed because they are tagging, like you are being tagged to me or something like that? I had to look at it and I'm like, okay, that's true. Call me Mommy Gio. Exactly, I'm Mommy Gio. Whatever you want to call me. They didn't call Mommy Gio because they saw me in the club. They are calling Mommy Gio because they saw this light in my life. They see that I'm reflecting the life of Christ. So, I mean, a lot of people are actually afraid to talk about their faith in school. Some people since other level to further level, they've not spoken to anybody in school about Jesus. It's just some people, even in their hostels, nobody knows them as a Christian. Some people they only go to church. Some people we ask them why they go for evangelism because they don't want their classmates to see them that they are Christians because their lifestyles are not good. So you really have to reflect the life of Christ. You cannot be in the place and then you're not talking about Jesus. To your classmates, tell them about Jesus. Let them know that you're Christian. To your to people around you, not just the way you dress, the way you look, even the way you speak. Let them see that your word is seasoned with so much grace. You're speaking with so much wisdom. Let them see that let your life, let everything about your life shine, and they're like, there's something different about you. So do not be afraid. Then this issue of compromise, a lot of people trying to compromise the standards because of this faith and the likes. I've seen a lot of people that they were not usually like that though, but because they got to a particular environment, like a school environment, they don't usually wear some kind of clothes and the likes. But because of they got to a particular environment, they began to compromise the standards. They began to live less of who God has called them to be, just so that they could fit into the environment, just so that people could see them and they could like feel among. That is very, very wrong. You do not have to compromise your standards. You do not have to bow to the things of this world because you're trying to please people. You do not have to make people feel like, I mean, why are you trying to please them in the first place? Then this issue of mocking, trying to like just be fast with everything. So I'm trying like, this issue of mocking, however, that happened like recently when some of my classmates on our course group, then they were like, because I usually cover book in exam and then I don't tell people answers and the like, and instead insulting me. I was already feeling bad and the likes. When I told one of my pastors, he was like, why you feel like why are you feeling bad? He told me about last scripture, like people will hate you for Jesus, definitely. It's a normal thing. And the reason I mean you are supposed to be happy because they are hating you because you do not compromise your standards. You're supposed to be happy because they are hating you for not sinning against God. You're supposed to be happy because they hate you because you did not commit examination malpractice. So there's nothing to be said about. You're supposed to be happy. They're insulting you and then this insult might seem painful. You're supposed to be very happy because you're taking insult for Christ. You're taking insult because Christ has set a standard that you did not fall short of. So a lot of people are trying to avoid that. They don't want their classmates to insult them. They don't want to be seen as a bad person. They don't want to see Christians even cheating in exam hall I remember there was a particular program I attended, and they were like, the person was even an executive in his fellowship. The person wore their fellowship top, and at the back they wrote executive, and the person was sent out of the exam or because the person cheated. What a shame. I didn't even want to imagine. What a shame. So you don't have to compromise the standards. Christ has set the standard, and you must live by Christ's standard, not as the world's standard. So do not be afraid to share your faith, and do not compromise your standard. So if you are in school, let your light shine. Let them see you as a Christian in school. Not that you're a Christian at home, you're a baddie in school.
Increasing the attendance in heaven.
Like sincerely speaking, let your light father bring people even to Christ in school. Let your classmates see you and want to give their life to Christ. Let people around see you and then they just want to know Jesus because of you. So thank you so much for that. Give yourself to so many trainings in school. School is a lot, and you have to like keep unraveling even until you graduate. So thank you very much for coming to my channel to speak. I mean, I've learned so much. I've learned so much. It's not a journey to degree, but a journey to destiny. There's so much that I've learned, and I'm sure that everyone like watching this video have also learned a lot of things. And this is Samuel. Like I didn't say, he's a scholar. He's an author. He has authored about a book and yeah, about Microsoft, and he's still authoring more. I mean, I've read one of his books that is yet to publish, and I'm like, this book is mind blowing, and I'm very, very sure that when that book come out, it's going to be a blessing to generations. So do well to follow him on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, Afolabi Samuel.
Oluwaseun.
Yeah, so thank you very much for coming to my show. Thank you very much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye. Don't forget to share to your friends, like and subscribe. Have a wonderful day. Bye.